Welcome to Ruby News. AC/DC, Shakira, and a few surprise updates are all in the mix today. Mötley Crüe, Hatsune Miku, and Deftones also make the rundown. Before we close with a look at Bruce Springsteen's new archive center, we start with the live shows and the biggest rock names. AC/DC says every stop on its upcoming Power Up North American tour will have a pop-up shop, and each one will open a day before the show. The shops will sell tour merch, including apparel, accessories, posters, and limited edition items made for that stop. Some locations will also add AC/DC-themed food and drinks, along with local School of Rock performances and radio broadcasts. Fans can also enter giveaways for tickets, prize packs, VIP bags, event shirts, and more, including a chance to win an AC/DC pinball machine. The band says this will be the final North American leg of the Power Up tour. Zoltan Bathory says Five Finger Death Punch is working on its upcoming, not-yet-announced 10th studio album. In a June 22 interview on Loudwire Nights, he said the first single, Eye of the Storm, is meant to sit in the middle of the record's sound. Bathory also said the band's 20th anniversary world tour will borrow some ideas from 1980s rock shows, including a light system called the Moles. Mötley Crüe's The Return of the Carnival of Sins is set for a North American run in 2026, from July 17th through September 26th. The tour is being billed as a 20th anniversary return to Carnival of Sins and a 45th anniversary celebration for the band. The current lineup is Vince Neil, Nikki Sixx, Tommy Lee, and John Five. Extreme and Tesla will open on all dates. Fans can look for tickets through Ticketmaster or StubHub. Hatsune Miku has wrapped up Miku Expo 2026 North America after a 2-year gap since her last American tour. The run went from April 12th through May 19th with 19 performances in 15 cities, and it drew 100,000 concertgoers. On stage, Miku was joined by Kagamine Rin, Kagamine Len, Megurin Luka, Meiko, and Kaito. Fans were singing along, dancing, and chanting throughout the shows. Miku Expo started in Jakarta in 2014, and the series has now reached 139 performances in 55 cities worldwide. From there, the focus shifts to charts and new music. Shakira lands 2 entries on the UK official streaming chart in the same week, with Die Die debuting at number 44 and Waka Waka, this time for Africa, entering at number 59. Waka Waka, which she and Freshly Ground released for the 2010 FIFA World Cup album, is back in the chart mix more than a decade later. Die Die is also in its 3rd week on the official singles chart, where it climbs to a new high of number 28, up from number 81. It also reaches number 4 on downloads and number 8 on sales. BOYNEXTDOOR's new album, Home, debuted at number 16 on the Billboard 200 in the United States. That gives the group its first top 20 album there. Luminate says the album sold 26,000 copies in the week ending June 18th, marking BOYNEXTDOOR's best U.S. sales week to date. Home also opened at number 1 on world albums and number 2 on top album sales. Backstreet Boys' Bottle Up has debuted at number 100 on the UK official singles downloads chart. It's their first new entry there since Chances in November 2018. And it also becomes their lowest peaking song on that chart. The release is tied to the upcoming Paw Patrol, the Dino movie, and it comes as one of the group's few recent releases since DNA, along with A Very Backstreet Christmas and Millennium 2.0. BLXST's Labor of Love, released June 12th, is framed less like a victory lap and more like a project about maintaining love, family, and creativity. He says he wanted to start with his own voice, with no filters and no characters, and he stayed hands-on throughout the album as a writer, producer, and recording engineer. Much of it was recorded at home, and the collaborators came together naturally from his existing circle. Fatherhood and his East Side Los Angeles roots also ground the project, with his childhood home featured on the cover. BLXST puts it simply, this album is more about maintaining it. Jim James has announced Wowed Out, his first solo album in 8 years, and it's due out August 28th via ATO Records. The lead single is called Come Again. James says the album grew out of older recordings he revisited with his longtime friend, Brian Reitzel. He describes the project as being about wonder, tenderness, nature, overstimulation, and finding joy amid disillusionment. That keeps the release side moving before we head into legacy stories. The final stretch turns to tributes, archives, and a couple of sensitive headlines. King Ultramega has released a new cover of Soundgarden's Loud Love as part of its Chris Cornell tribute series. The track features Lizzie Hale on vocals, with Dave Krusen, Mark Mengi, and Alex Skolnick also credited. Mengi says the goal was to keep it as old school as possible, recording to tape in the same room, and live. Hale says she tried to put herself in Chris Cornell's shoes and make the song her own while honoring the original. The Bruce Springsteen Center for American Music has opened on the campus of Monmouth University in West Long Branch, New Jersey, and its purpose goes well beyond being a star shrine. Bob Santelli says, "We're not a museum. We're an archive with exhibition space and a performance theater." Visitors begin in a 240-seat auditorium with a 25-minute film. Then, they move through Springsteen's archives and the Bruce Springsteen Special Collection, which includes notebooks, stage-worn gear, and other memorabilia tied to Springsteen and the E Street Band. Springsteen agreed to donate his 48,000-item archive, but Santelli says the goal is to use it to teach American music and American history, while also reaching students and non-fans. Deftones' shelved album, Eros, apparently briefly leaked online early Monday morning, then disappeared within hours. The recordings were made in 2008, before the band shelved those sessions and moved on to another album. Fans quickly started debating on Reddit and message boards over whether it's fair to listen to unfinished, leaked material or whether it should be left alone. A sharper turn now, as the next item moves into legal territory. A California federal judge has dismissed RBX's class action lawsuit against Spotify over alleged bot-farmed artificial streaming. The June 22nd ruling said the complaint did not plausibly show that the harm outweighed Spotify's policy justification. It also said the case did not adequately establish a duty for Spotify to police streaming fraud. The judge added that the case leaned too heavily on Drake's streams, which made the broader injury claim unclear. RBX's legal team says it plans to file an amended complaint within the court-set 20-day window. We finish with another legal update, handled separately for clarity. Michael Jackson is at the center of a new allegation that he arranged DNA preservation and cloning before his death in June 2009. Al Bowman, his former chauffeur, said Jackson attended a cloning conference in Las Vegas with Uri Geller in 2002, and that he was fascinated by the Raelians and by Dolly the sheep. Michael C. Luckman also claimed Jackson placed safe deposits of his sperm in 3 medical facilities, with samples later moved from a Los Angeles fertility clinic to the UK for safekeeping. The report was published on June 23, 2026, and those claims remain sourced allegations, not verified proof. We end on the more sensitive material, keeping the tone measured. Thanks for watching Ruby News. We'll be back with more music news soon.